Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Thank you. Thank you for confirming. Right. So एक बार फिर से सबको नमस्कार. Good morning from Los Angeles. This is your host, your master trainer, Dr. Anjum Padyal, Associate Professor, Head of Department of Physical Education and Sports Sciences, Deshbandhu College, University of Delhi. I'm an academic advisor for Institute for Sports and Fitness Development, which is run under the aegis of Society for Sports and Fitness Development, that is an NGO affiliated with Government of India and Niti Aayog. I'm a founder and master trainer of ERYT 500 Hours Ashta Yoga, affiliated with Yoga Alliance USA. I'm working internationally to promote yoga globally in each and every country. Yoga Alliance USA certificate of yoga is valid in 196 countries. I'm author of best-selling books on Amazon, that is Marshall the Mind and Encyclopedia for Gym Trainers. My other books are Yoga and Stress Management for University of Delhi, Posture and Athletic Care for University of Delhi, Aerobics, A Way of Fitness, published by my many research papers in international journals of repute. So today I would like to invite all of you along with the power of universe to learn Yog Nidra. Nidra. In Hindi, the meaning of Nidra means sleep. But Nidra, in Yog Nidra, in yoga, in yogic sciences, it is sleep while you are awake. That means if we go and study the brain, the functioning of the brain, we have conscious mind, we have subconscious mind, and we have unconscious mind. So this is a very unique state of consciousness. That means during this consciousness, your part of brain is halfway asleep, but you can learn many things. You can hear many things, and you can even reach and visit to the places. So Yog Nidra also helps not only to awaken the neurons, awaken the layers we have in our brains, but also awaken the intuitiveness, intuitions. We call it sixth senses. So focus and concentration during the breath work or during the mantra meditation in yogic sleep, it is a guided meditation where the trainer will guide you step by step, going deep inside your own brain and relieving the stress, relieving the anxiety, relieving the past traumatic episodes from your memory and through sankalpa that help to move forward or to attain the achievement, to attain the purpose of your life gradually and slowly. Although it is a 3 days course, this is an introductory course because to go deep down into the layer of the brain, it's a process, it takes time. But let us introduce and let us give you the essence of Yog Nidra in these 3 days. So it is just like going to the sleep, but hypnagogic. That is the stage in psychology, in brain mapping, which is typically induced, which is typically guided in your brain. So the seed, the thought process, whatever you want to achieve, that seed has to be seeded in your subconscious mind. Although from every platform, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can watch many of my videos speaking about health and happiness and peak performance or success. And there I always talk about mind. So mind is different than the brain. Mind is a thought process. So whatever thought we are getting every day, that is the amount of thoughts, 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts in a day. And 80% of the thoughts are negative because the society, because of the environment, because whatever we are hearing, all the negative news, noises, they are repetitively travel through mind into our brain. And that makes your personality and persona. People trigger a panic attack, panic button very soon. People speak without analyzing the situation very soon. People ask questions without just seeing that they have the answer in front of them. So what we are missing in the society in today's faster world of sciences, that we have so much of knowledge, but we fail to analyze what is truth and what is not, what is good and what is not, what we should follow, what is my life purpose, and who am I? I love Yog Nidra because it gives an immense analysis about your own self. From cancer to cold and cough, every suffering is of your own body. You can save yourself from these suffering, and when you will become a master trainer of Yog Nidra, you can save the world, you can heal and help people to be healthy and happy. So when we talk about the 80% negative thoughts, 95% of these thoughts repeat themselves. So can you imagine the whole world, most of the human species is living 95% in negative thoughts and only 5% positive thought in a day. So process of Yog Nidra, let us understand, because if we go towards the brain, it is a deep anatomy and physiology and psychology to understand how to go ahead in a social scenario, because man is a social animal. So purpose of Yog Nidra is to enter and remain in the state of pratyahara. So people who are with us from the yoga background, they must be knowing, and people who are not from the yoga background or experience, let me tell you, we have 8 limbs of yoga. That is yam, niyam, asana, pranayam, pratyahara. So here comes the pratyahara. That is withdrawal of your 4 physical senses, and only hearing will be used during Yog Nidra. So whatever you are hearing during your halfway sleep, that you can memorize. I have used this Yog Nidra during my college days and during my board examinations. When I was in 10th class in 1987, because I have started yoga when I was in 3rd class. So through that, how I have activated my neuron, during the revision of my syllabus, I used to close all my books and go into the halfway awake, halfway sleep, and revise and memorize all my formulas, all my content of examination. And that's way I have topped 10th, 12th, my graduation, post-graduation, I have done all my education from Asia's best college of physical education, LNIP Gwalior. So that is the power of Yog Nidra, how you can use your brain at the optimum while you are resting. While the whole body was resting, but the brain was revising the whole content. And people used to ask me, because it was closely to imprint. that I have a photocopy of the whole book inside my brain. So here the Yog Nidra instructor gives you the verbal instructions and the practitioner will guide their mind through that journey, through that path, through that process. Yog Nidra is not sleep and it is not at all hypnosis. People get confused between the Yog Nidra and hypnosis. So it is not sleep. Yog Nidra, the word itself, sometimes give the illusion that you are going to fall asleep. Later on, maybe, but during 30 to 40 minutes minimum, a person can scan their body and we call it Vedic body scan. And remember Three Idiots movie? There, the power nap. The professor just put the music and he goes into the power nap. That's the modern terminology of power nap. But in our ancient culture, there was always a process of going for the power nap during afternoons, after the lunch, just for 20 to 30 minutes. So Yog Nidra uses your conscious mind. But through this conscious mind and through this awareness, the process of scanning of your body helps deep down to relax your brain. That we call yogic sleep. Many a times, and in this COVID era, and let me tell you, post-COVID era also as a researcher, what we are researching in 196 countries, the stress, anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress. That was already before COVID was on high, but during the COVID, it is the nail in the coffin. Right now, people are under financial stress, under relationship stress. People have lost their loved beings. People have seen the death so closely. People are suffering, even if we have not suffered. Watching the news, watching people suffering and crying outside the hospitals or inside the hospitals have made us somewhere under the stress and anxiety. Because man is a human, and man is a social animal. Society, whatever is suffering or happiness going into the society, that impact the human being. So for a brief period of time in this yogic sleep, the state of rest that goes into that is equivalent to a deep sleep. So sometimes when we are so much worried about our future, present, or traumatic past, we are not able to sleep. And when you will start your journey as a master trainer of Yog Nidra, out of 100, 90 people are going to report to you, I can't sleep. I can't go into the deep sleep. My brain doesn't rest. I want to sleep, but I'm suffering with insomnia. Your next master trainer, Neetu Sharma ji, who is going to take the practical, she is right now dealing with many patients of insomnia. So stress, anxiety, and panic, that going to, the Yog Nidra going to help to relax and refresh the mind. The health benefits of Yog Nidra, if we talk about, it create most profound state of relaxation. Relaxing is very essential part of our health. All the time, we cannot use each and every cell of our body. We cannot exhaust them, but can you go back to your daily work, daily routine? Can you recollect your family members and friends? They are using their body at the level of optimum exhaustion. So human psyche, that is still maintaining a level of full consciousness that we call samadhi. or a meditative consciousness where you will be conscious about the sounds you are hearing, but deep inside in the subconscious mind, you are going to seed you will seed the positive notion and positive thought and life purpose in your brain. Whatever you want to achieve. Why I have written The Marshal the Mind? Why this book has become Amazon bestseller within no span of time? What I have also never imagined, because people are struggling through mind. They cannot stop the process of thinking. They are trapped there in their emotional state again and again. So benefits of Yog Nidra is it keeps away tension and anxiety. Life is going to give you the hiccups. There is no issue. There is no question about it. But how you manage it, that's the beauty of living healthy and happy life with all success. So migraines, these days you must have heard this is a very common problem or disease, migraine. Heart palpitations, chest pains. This prevents the excessive nervous sweating. People are nervous, especially youth, because we are making them nervous. The whole society, putting them into the stress of achievement, we are making them nervous. It prevents severe abdominal pains linked to chronic anxiety and post-traumatic stress. I'm not sure whether you have an experience of this field or not, whether you are observing your society being a trainer or want to become a trainer in wellness industry. The post-traumatic stress and anxiety gives abdominal pain to the people. It helps to create a connection between mind and body. And I will count the soul also. Because right now, if I talk about, we have weeping souls. People are crying inside. People don't know how to heal their soul through their mind or through their body. But there is no connection. So it helps to create that connection, and yoga is always, the definition of yoga is connection between body, mind, and soul. It decreases the depression and anxiety, which I am much worried during COVID. During COVID, from many platforms, from many universities had invited me to talk about depression and anxiety. And so many people, we have lost so many people around the world, across the globe, that yes, people are in, the youth is in stress and depression and anxiety. So improvement in complete mental health. And I am a preacher of mental health, because till I got paralysis during my pregnancy in 1995, I was hale and healthy body, taking 8 classes of aerobics. Until that time, during my degree of health and fitness, physical educationist, and a sports person, gold medalist, gymnast, we taught healthy body keeps healthy mind. But when my healthy body deteriorated, it was only the mind through which I have survived and through which I have cured myself and back into the fitness industry. After that was 23 of my age, and at the age of 33, I have represented India in aerobic gymnastics and bagged world rank 8. From there, after this paralysis condition, I have started studying brain, and I did my PhD in psychology. So that is the power of mind, because healthy mind can keep healthy body. And right now, there are so many examples where people have withdrawn even having a fit body. Recently in this Olympic, Simon Biles, the seven-time gold medalist, has withdrawn from vaulting horse, pulling her name that I am not in good mental health. So in this deeper level of one's subconscious mind, we can deal with any kind of stress, anxiety, or depression, or any kind of fear. So it helps to release the psychological tension. It creates the balance and harmony in all aspects. So let us go briefly with the history of Yog Nidra. That is in 1960, Swami Satyanand Saraswati from Bihar School of Yoga, Munger. He has introduced in a modern word, the word Yog Nidra from ancient scriptures, Upanishad. They have explained, and it is from the Tantra Yoga. Tantra means weaving, interconnection. That is a root, that is interconnection between the body and the mind. This is the extension and expansion of your own aura, own vibration, own thoughts, because you are what you think. Although in East, after 5th century AD, Tantra Yoga, Tantrism, is an ancient form of yoga, and it involves more and more ritual path. That is the using of cosmic energy. That's why I have invited universe to help all of us today to learn more efficiently, because we are surrounded by the energy. If we want to attract negative energy, or if we want to attract the positive energy, it is all inside us. That's why in yoga, we always say, Aham Brahmasmi. I am the universe. So Yog Nidra help your universe, the internal universe of yours to connect with the external universe. If you will remain positive, if you want to achieve something, if you want people to achieve something, you have to be at that state of connection. Swami Satyanand Saraswati, the familiarity, it's all, the surprising, the feeling of familiarity, because he had heard few mantras during his sleep. So what happened? He was assigned a duty in his Gurukul by the Guru that he will be awake and he will guard the institute during the nights. So by 4 o'clock, all the disciples, all the young students used to get up for their own studies and ritual paths. At 3 o'clock, he used to fall asleep. That is the time we have a very deep sleep. So he used to fall asleep from 3 to 5 or 5:30. He has never heard those mantras because he was in a deep state of sleep in his consciousness, that he thought that I am sleeping from 3 to 5. But later on, one day, when the function was going on and the whole bunch of those students, those class was reciting the mantras, he got a feeling of being familiar, and it surprised him. He went to his guru and he asked, I have never read these mantras. I have never studied. I have never uttered these mantras. I have never spoken, chanted. How I knew these mantras when they were reciting? How I knew the exact pronunciation and the speed or the way how to recite those mantras. From there, when the Guru explained that this is a conscious level and you are not into the deep sleep, you are awake sleep. And then he has started, because it has surprised him so much, he has started learning through Upanishads, through Granthas, and then he has introduced to the modern world with the name Yoga Nidra. So subconscious awareness. This is the practice of this Yoga Nidra helps you to go deeply, to be aware about your inner senses, and with the relaxed state of mind of subconscious. So subconscious mind is always working. Have you ever noticed that your behavior sometimes with the same person, your reaction will be same each time because in subconscious mind, you are having or keeping the grudge against that person. May you will be in a very, very hale and healthy, happy mood, but still, when you are communicating with that particular person, you behave in a very different manner or in a very certain manner. So this is the relaxed subconscious state. So that's all from my side today. And I would like to invite Neetu Sharma ji for the next session to introduce you all from about the Yog Nidra. Neetu ji, floor is all yours. We'll take question and answer at the end of the session because this is the time when we are just trying to help you out to make the foundation and understanding about the differentiation between Yog Nidra and sleep, between Yog Nidra and hypnosis, between Yog Nidra and how it works on your conscious mind, being conscious, working on subconscious mind. Because all our grudges and all our positiveness, we talk very, easily that think positive. But how people, everybody want to be success. Who just don't want to be success? Who doesn't like to be success? Renown, name, fame, money, wealth, health. But it is in our subconscious mind where so many negative thoughts, so many negative notions are settled down. So Yog Nidra helps to get removed through sankalpa, through visualization, which the journey you are going to start with Neetu Sharma ji. Welcome, Neetu.
Thank you, ma'am. Namaste and hello, everyone. I've connected here from Delhi and I'll be your Yog Nidra facilitator today. And before that, I would like to share some more information about myself. You can see my screen. I am a chemistry graduate from Delhi University. Then I did my MCA from Indira Gandhi Open University. And after that, I developed this passion for yoga and finished my yoga course, teacher training course, 500 hours with Yoga Alliance USA. And I've been training people in yoga for more than 8 years now. Then I also developed a liking towards modern nutrition after I met Dr. Anjum Padyal, and I did my modern nutrition, Ayurveda nutrition and obesity management from NBFE, Florida, USA. And now I'm working with people for training them in yoga, helping them having a balanced nutrition diet, and also helping them to lose weight that comes under obesity management. And recently, Dr. Anjum and me have written a book called Nutri Yoga, which is available on Amazon. And so I have launched this venture, Nutri Yoga, where I'm working with people for health and fitness. And today I'm going to talk about Yog Nidra with you. Sorry.
Are you able to share the screen?
Yeah, I am. I think. Just give me a minute. Yeah, I hope now everyone can see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah, so today I'm going to talk about Yog Nidra, as ma'am has already talked a lot about it. It's a state of dynamic sleep. And let us first understand the outline of this practice. How is it practiced? It is usually practiced for around 20 to 40 minutes. And once you become habitual of practicing for this long, then you can always increase your practice depending on your ability. So initially you have to choose a very quiet room and close the doors and the windows. Preferably no light should be coming inside. You wear very light and loose clothes so that you are comfortable throughout the practice. There is no itching or irritation because of the clothes, because usually you are not disturbed, you're lying still in this practice. So you lie in Shavasana and simply start listening to the instructions of your guide. In today's case, I'll be guiding you. You have to listen to my voice. You don't have to concentrate on my voice or my instructions completely. You just have to be aware, just go with the flow and keep hearing what I am saying. And even if you don't understand anything, you don't have to worry. You just have to keep listening, be aware of what you are hearing. Do not try to control your breath, because this is not a breath control exercise. It is just a mental hearing, because only your hearing senses are working. Ma'am just talked about pratyahar. There is a withdrawal of all the other senses except hearing. You are only hearing to the instructor's voice. And the very important thing is, though it is called Yog Nidra, but you have to refrain from sleeping. You don't have to fall asleep. Try to be aware and just listen to the voice and go with the flow. And like I said, it's a guided meditation. So there is a pattern which is followed in this practice. So first of all, we start with mental relaxation. For that, we close our eyes to eliminate any kind of sight stimulus. We usually don't want any disturbance with vision. So first of all, we withdraw the vision sense and we close our eyes. Then we start focusing on the external sounds. Whatever we are hearing around us, we start focusing on those sounds. And mind is focused to move from sound to sound. The sounds which are around you, outside you, you try to focus on them. And once the mind becomes habitual to listening to those sounds, it loses interest, because you're just listening to the sounds with the attitude of witnessing. You are not trying to analyze the sound. You're just hearing them. So mind loses interest in that and it comes into a relaxation state after some time. It becomes very quiet because now no thoughts are coming. You are just focusing on the hearing, and mind has lost interest because you're hearing the different sounds every time, and it becomes quiet. So this technique of silencing the mind is called antarmana. And it is a very, very basic. This is the first step you can say you are taking towards Yog Nidra. And believe me, it's not easy. It is going to take some time initially. So this is a preparation for the consciousness of Yog Nidra. Like we've been telling you that you don't have to sleep. So your mind is awake because you're hearing the sound, and you have prepared it for the next step to bring your conscious at the top level. You are awake all the time. Then we come to the physical relaxation, because the main aim of Yog Nidra here is to first of all relax your body. Then only you will be able to focus on your mind. So for that, we start with rotation of consciousness through different parts of the body. We move from one part to the other part of the body. We don't focus again. We just hear the body parts. I'll be telling you, you just have to hear the body parts. It does not require any kind of concentration or even visualization of the body parts. You don't have to focus on them. You just have to keep listening to me. You have to move your mind rapidly from one instruction to the other, just going with the flow. Again, when we tell you to relax the body, you don't have to physically move any body part. You just have to be aware, carefully listening to the voice. You don't have to visualize the body parts. So again, we move in a sequence. It is not going to, we are going to jump from head to toe or arm to leg. We have to move in a sequence. That's the automatic and spontaneous sequence of body parts, which is very important in this practice of Yog Nidra. The rotation of consciousness proceeds in a definite sequence. So when you'll practice with me, you'll understand how we are moving from one body part to another in a proper sequential manner. And again, like I said, even if you are not able to visualize the body part, don't worry. It is going to be, it is going to come slowly. You just have to flow, just have to hear. Now, when you have mentally relaxed yourself, and then you have also physically relaxed yourself, you have to now order your mind. So for that, you create an order for the mind, that now what will come on the top level of the mind, that is going to be a sankalpa, a firm resolution or a positive affirmation. So you have to very carefully select the sankalpa. Sankalpa means a resolve, what you want to be, what you want to achieve through Yog Nidra. What is your basic aim behind practicing Yog Nidra? So initially, we don't go for very big goals. We start from the very beginning. We take small steps. So initially, take a sankalpa which is very, very achievable, because you have to stick to the same sankalpa till you achieve it. So initially, take that sankalpa which is very, very achievable. Once you achieve that, then you move to the next sankalpa. So it has to be properly worded. It is a clear and precise wording of the resolve, so that it penetrates the subconscious mind. At conscious mind, so many thoughts are always coming, but they will become fruitful only when they go into the deeper layers of mind, that is the subconscious mind. Dr. Anjum has also already talked about the subconscious mind. Most of the things, most of the experiences, all our memories are stored in the subconscious mind. But in Yog Nidra, we have to bring whatever is stored in the subconscious mind to the conscious mind. So first of all, we give the order to the subconscious mind to penetrate our sankalpa, that this is what our aim is. And initially, you might not have a goal. So you can just start with some positive statements. Like, I want to be healthy always. I want to have a better lifestyle. I want to be spiritually awake. So these kinds of positive affirmations you can initially have, which are very much achievable. You start moving on these paths. You don't change your sankalpa, like I said, frequently. You first achieve that, you start moving on that path, and then you change, and then you can have a different goal, a step ahead. After that, once you've relaxed your body, you have also mentally relaxed yourself, you have moved the mind in particular direction. It has already started thinking on terms of your sankalpa, your resolve. You start with breath awareness. So you draw your attention to the breath. You don't control your breath. Normally in yoga and pranayam, you are taught to focus on your breath and you control it. inhale and you exhale and you try to then increase the inhale, you try to increase the exhale. We are not going to do that here. We are just going to maintain awareness of the breath, kind of visualizing the breath. You can see your breath with your closed eyes. So you actually watch your breath in the nostrils. You feel it, how it is moving in the nostrils, then how it is moving in the chest. You can even watch the passage between the navel and the throat, how the breath is moving. You can even feel that while inhaling, the stomach comes out a little, and with exhale, it goes in a little. But again, you are not going to apply any effort. Even if that is not happening, just feel the inhale and exhale happening. If you achieve that, if you are able to visualize your breath, you can even start counting your breaths. Like you start with the reverse count. Initially, you can start with 10. 10 inhale, 10 exhale, then you move on to 9 inhale, 9 exhale, go up to 0. If you are practicing for a longer time, then you can take a bigger number, 27 to 0. Even further, you can go ahead 54 to 0, again, depending how much time you are practicing. So you can count your breaths mentally. This kind of a practice, it promotes relaxation because your entire focus is on your breath. And as your focus is on breath, it is also increasing your concentration. All the other senses are withdrawn and your only focus is on your breath. This is again a very good way of awakening higher energies because all the energies are associated with breath. So moment you start focusing on your breath, the prana starts circulating in the body and starts attracting the energies which are outside there at a higher level. And those energies reach every cell of the body, again leading to a better physical relaxation, better mental relaxation. And like I said, we are not directing the mind to anything. We are focusing on the breath. So again, we are withdrawing the senses. So that is a withdrawal of all the senses leading to a better form of pratyahara. You go deeper in pratyahara. So pratyahara is again very important for moving on to further in your yoga practice of dhyan and dharana, and further is samadhi. So the first step is pratyahara, that is withdrawal of all the senses, which is very much achievable by the practice of Yog Nidra. Then when we have done our physical relaxation, mental relaxation, and awareness of breath, we move on to feelings and sensations. Now, in the subconscious mind, all our memories of the past, even of the previous lives, all the experiences of the past, whether good or bad, they're all stored in the subconscious mind. And normally, whenever a similar kind of a situation happens, you must have also experienced in life, if the same situation happens again, that experience from the subconscious mind comes onto the conscious mind, and immediately you start having that kind of a feeling. If it was good, then you start feeling happy, a very joyous feeling you start. So you have already associated your past experiences with some kind of emotional feelings. And same thing, if some bad experience of the past is talked about, or it has again brought to the conscious mind, you start feeling bad again. You start having that feeling of sorrow and pain again at the conscious level. You feel as if you're experiencing it today only, as if something which happened, just now. So we have associated all our feelings and emotions with some kind of experiences. And Yog Nidra is again a practice where we want to calm down, or we want to eliminate all those bad experiences specifically from our past and attain equanimity. Equanimity means we are same at all times, even if in happier times and even in bad times, our state of mind remains the same. That is what the ultimate goal is. So for that, we have to achieve relaxation at the emotional level. So in Yog Nidra, after breath awareness, we talk about certain feelings and emotions which are brought to the conscious level, to the conscious mind level, to make you experience those feelings again. So those intense physical and emotional feelings are recalled. Sometimes if we have to sieve some dirty water, so we let it settle, and it has all the mud and everything has settled at the bottom, and then we stir it and it comes on the top and we sieve it. Or if you just sieve the settled water, then the clean water and the dirty mud can be separated. Same thing we are doing here. Intense physical and emotional feelings are recalled at the top. They are expelled and they are experienced. You experience those feelings, deep pain, deep feeling, intense feeling, and then you remove it from your system. This is the way of removing those experiences from the subconscious mind. So when you are intentionally removing those experiences, those past memories, or those painful times, you actually develop a willpower on the emotional pain. So like you have control on your emotions. Sometimes you meet the same person who's given you problems again and again, and every time you see the person, you have a feeling of pain coming up, or maybe rage or anger, whatever comes up. Like, I'm going to not forgive this person. He's done me so much. Maybe he's changed today. Maybe he's better with you today, but you have those bad experiences with him, and they will again come to the conscious mind, and you will not like to talk to that person, or you will have a feeling of anger or hatred coming from inside. But you want to get rid of that, because that's a burden that's subconsciously causing you all the problems inside you. So how do you control that? During Yog Nidra, when you overcome that kind of an experience, you develop a willpower, and when you meet that person, you are able to control your emotions. They don't come on the conscious level to trouble you at that time. That is why this small practice is done during Yog Nidra. And a very interesting practice is practice of opposite feelings. Normally, we experience these feelings at different times. So the brain also operates accordingly. When there is a feeling of you've touched something hot, so there's a different center, different impulse which goes into the brain to a different center. And there's and then there's the opposite thing when you experience cold, or different impulses sent to a different center of the brain. So these are the opposite centers of the brain. But during this practice of Yog Nidra, when you experience these opposite feelings, we pair these feelings of opposites, hot, cold, pain and pleasure, heaviness, lightness, we pair them. So a new circuit between the two opposite hemispheres of the brain is formed. That means this pairing has harmonized the opposite hemispheres of the brain, which means in both the conditions, the brain is going to act the same. The same kind of feelings will be incurred. They will come onto the conscious level. So it's not that you will not experience hot and cold. That is a physical feeling that will happen. But at the emotional level, when you will have opposite feelings, the brain is not going to generate any different kind of nervous response. Like with anger, normally you either start shivering, with fear, or maybe with too much anger, some people start shivering, or they start sweating, the blood pressure goes up and down. So all these are the automatic nervous system responses, which are automatically coming from the brain. But when you have experienced these opposite feelings during Yog Nidra, your brain will stop going for the basic drive. So you balance your basic drive. Gussa aane par suddenly blood pressure is going up and down. With the fear, you start shivering so much, you're not able to control. But those emotions you will be able to control because you have practiced, you have trained your mind to balance that during Yog Nidra. I know right now everything must be sounding very superficial, but when you will experience, you will understand what I'm talking about. And those people who've already been practicing yoga for long, they can understand the change that when we start with physical relaxation, mental relaxation, and breath awareness, how our mind starts responding differently in odd situations. You kind of have a control on your emotions and your mind's basic drives. You suddenly don't react to things. You suddenly don't become panicked. So Yog Nidra was a practice, or today also it is practiced by, even if you've not been practicing yoga, a physical exercise for long, or you've not even started that, you're a beginner, you can still practice Yog Nidra. And the main advantage of Yog Nidra is for the people who cannot sit in meditative asanas for long, or they can't even sit. So this is performed in Shavasana. So it is very easy for those people also who are not very physically fit to be sitting for long. They do this in Shavasana and have all the benefits of Yog Nidra. Then we start moving towards the mental relaxation. We've had the physically relaxed our body. We've had the breath awareness and kind of mentally relaxed ourselves. But now to go into deeper mental relaxation, we start with visualization. So these images will be given to you by the instructor. You don't have to focus on the visualization, that you may not be able to visualize what the objects and the sceneries or the images the instructor is talking about. Just hear and move on to the next instruction. And usually these images are very universal. That is what are being used, and they have very powerful associations with the brain, and positive images are most of the time used until unless there's a specific problem the instructor is dealing with. Otherwise, all the positive, like clouds in the sky, tree, temple, cross, all these symbols are used, Egyptian pyramids, all these symbols are used to invoke positive feelings, again for deeper relaxation. Why? Because all the contents, all the problems what we are going to, we want to heal, they are stored in the subconscious mind. So further from the subconscious mind, they have gone into the unconscious mind. So these hidden contents of the deep unconscious mind with visualization, they come up to the conscious level. They come to the subconscious and then they come on to the unconscious, to the conscious level. And they provide us all the positive feelings and a deeper mental relaxation. You can see some examples I've talked about here is landscapes, oceans, mountains, temples, saints, flowers. These are all for giving you deep relaxation in terms of you are visualizing something mentally, you are not opening your eyes. And again, your mind is totally withdrawn from the other thoughts. It is focused on these. But even if you're not able to visualize, it is okay. You just have to hear the instructions and move on to the next ones. Why I'm telling this? Because most of you must be practicing for the first time. And initially, we normally get scared that we tried to focus and it did not happen. So maybe we did not practice Yog Nidra. No, it is going to slowly happen because it's kind of a training the mind. And with this deep relaxation, what we are going to do we are going to remove all the disturbing material from the mind. Because we are talking about the positive images, we want to remove the disturbing material from the mind, which is lying in the layers of the subconscious and the unconscious mind. And this kind of visualization also will help you if you want to go further in this practice and practice dharana, concentration, dhyan, and further into samadhi. So in advanced practice, you can go into dhyan and pure meditation with the practice of Yog Nidra. That's the basic step. When people practice Yog Nidra at a very advanced level, they can clearly distinguish between the conscious and unconscious mind. And at that point, there's a kind of the conscious and the unconscious mind dissolves. So everything which was there in the unconscious level, you have removed those layers, and that only has become your conscious acting. Your conscious mind acts in the way it should, leaving all the past impressions behind. It has removed all the past impressions, so it does not act anything related to the subconscious or the unconscious mind. That distinction has been removed, and you are always in the state of equanimity. So this kind of when you are in that kind of a state where the subconscious mind is not disturbing you, any kind of a past experience is not disturbing you, you are always having the feeling of peace and calmness. That's what is everybody looking for in today's material world, where there is so much of stress coming from all the sides, so much of pain recently happened due to corona. So we have kind of lost that feeling of peace and calmness inside us. We are always running after something. These kind of practice, they invoke a feeling of peace and calmness with us, because we are kind of forgiving, we are kind of removing those past painful experiences from our mind. We are clearing the layers of our subconscious and unconscious mind. And when you have cleared those layers at this stage, your mind is very, very receptive to positive thoughts. So now the sankalpa which you talked about, which you have ordered your subconscious mind, it comes at the conscious level. When it comes at the conscious level, it becomes closer to realization. That's the beauty of mind. So we also use certain symbols for these visualization. We need, because again for dharana and dhyan, we focus on some object. And if you have already done certain kind of meditations in which they have talked about that you focus on the eyebrow center or you focus on a particular image. So this is also a part of that, where I'm going to talk about certain objects, but again, you will not concentrate on them. You will just hear about them. If you are able to visualize, okay, otherwise we will move to the next one. So final visualization has to be very pleasant and powerful. Different symbols reach different depths of the mind, again, according to your past experiences, what is stored in the subconscious mind. Like when there's a transmitter, there's a radio and there's a station which is transmitting the signals at a certain level. And the moment your radio frequency matches those signals, you are able to catch that sound, or you are able to catch the songs from that particular station. Same thing happens in the mind. Mind has certain impressions, certain, all the information which is stored in the form of symbols over there. The moment I talk about certain symbols, any of the symbol can match with your symbols which are stored in the unconscious mind, and they will come at the conscious level. That kind of a matching, if that happens, so that experience comes at the conscious level and you are able to feel it at that time and you're able to remove it from your subconscious mind. So for that, different kind of mantras, yantras, chakra symbols, forms of deity, depending on the religion, they can be used to focus. But in a group, we normally use general universal symbols. But if we are working with someone who has a specific problem, then we choose the symbols according to their problem. And because these are sounds and symbols, and all the information which is stored in our subconscious mind is also in the form of symbols. So these symbols are able to penetrate our deepest level of consciousness, that is the subconscious and the unconscious mind. They're able to have a match there. And all this, when the matching happens, it comes on to the conscious level. So again, this is a very, very powerful method of resolving suppressed conflicts. Like I said, something, some memory, some past experience of yours is stored in the subconscious mind in the form of a symbol. Moment that association between the symbols occur, that kind of a suppressed conflict which was there in the subconscious mind has come on to the conscious level. It can be a conflict, it can be a deep desire, something you wanted to achieve. But again, in today's scenario, it is not there with you. It is there in your subconscious mind. That comes onto the conscious level. Some memory and some past sanskaras which are stored in your subconscious mind. So when all these experiences in the form of symbols, they match with the symbols which are talked about during this practice, they come up, and you can say that now you are a different individual, because now your unconscious mind is first free of all those painful experiences, all the conflicts which were there, and now you have those desires which were there in the subconscious mind, they have come onto the conscious level. So now you are a person with a different energy. Now you want to achieve that. So in a way, you have created a different individual which has unlimited sources of knowledge, because your subconscious mind is clear now. You are ready to absorb more. And then when you are ready to absorb more, because you have cleared the layers of the subconscious and the unconscious level of mind, you are at a level where you can absorb more. This time we repeat our sankalpa again, for the sankalpa to penetrate the unconscious and the subconscious mind. So this sankalpa, it goes like an order from the conscious mind to the subconscious to the unconscious mind, and your whole mind, all the levels of the mind, now they are aligned towards working for that resolve, for that sankalpa, and that becomes very much achievable now. So it is like a seed which you have put, and this seed also brings out changes in your own attitude, your own behavior, your destiny again, because you have put that in your mind. So everything is aligned to make you receive that. So you have also kind of put in a seed, a different seed now for your destiny. So this is the reason we state our sankalpa very clearly and positive, with a firm belief that yes, this is what I want, this is what I will achieve. So you have a sincere faith in this resolve to strengthen the effect of the resolve on the unconscious mind. The more confidence and strength you use to say this, the more deeper it is going to go in your mind. So then we conclude this practice. by bringing the mind from the condition of psychic sleep, the Yog Nidra sleep. From that, you come to the waking state. So this is how we end the practice. But before we actually start practicing this, I would also like to talk about the benefits which the meditators who've been meditating for long, any other type of meditation, what is the benefit they get when they start Yog Nidra practice. They've been maybe working on the focus meditation where they've been focusing on one point for better concentration, but this kind of a practice will also help them to clear the junk from the unconscious level, and for them it will happen very fast because they are able to reach the subconscious mind at a much faster level. And again, whatever purpose you've been doing the meditations for long, maybe for 5 years or 6 years you've been practicing the focus meditation, but when you move to Yog Nidra practice, now your practice of meditation, it is going to give you the result very fast and better results. Anjum ma'am has already talked about the benefits of Yog Nidra, but here I'm going to talk about the practical benefits which is actually happening today, where how people are using this, how in different fields Yog Nidra is being used. First of all, it is being used by many doctors today to counter the stress. It has been prescribed as a specific therapy, as a preventive and curative therapy in the stage of stress-related diseases. And stress is something which everybody is facing in this material world for survival. You know, you might say, I'm not stressed, but at the end of the day, you are also fighting this rat race. You are in this competitive world, and every step of yours, or maybe the step of activity of the other person, affects you. So how much it should affect you, that is in your hand, and that can be reduced by the practice of Yog Nidra. That yes, challenges, stressful situations will come, you will face them, but how you handle them, how your brain reacts to that, can be changed by the practice of Yog Nidra. And people who are already facing these stress-related problems, if they practice Yog Nidra, to a larger extent, they get rid of those emotional or other physical issues maybe which are coming up due to stress. They can reduce that to a greater extent. And like I talked about the different kind of feelings which we invoke, the opposite feelings. That kind of a practice helps in providing relief from mental, physical, and emotional pain, because you are bringing all those painful experiences, maybe physical, maybe emotional, at a conscious level, and you are removing it from there. So you are going to feel lot of relief in any kind of pain which you are already experiencing. Why? Because Yog Nidra stimulates the pituitary gland. If we talk in scientific terms, it stimulates the pituitary gland, and this gland releases the pain suppressing hormones which provide you greater relief. So this is the scientific explanation of that, of Yog Nidra. And because you are physically and mentally relaxing, lot of psychosomatic illnesses which happen due to these emotional pains only, due to the mind which is always disturbed, lot of psychological factors which affect us every day, they develop into diseases. If you are facing all these for a long time, they develop into diseases like cancer, asthma, colitis, peptic ulcer. So when you get rid of these psychological factors, all your brain understands how to be calm in these situations, you can get major relief in these diseases. You can also prevent these diseases from happening if you start practicing today. And if you're already facing these diseases, you will feel lot of relief in this, because Yog Nidra therapy leads to conscious and subconscious recognition of these factors. So you are going to the root cause. You are not having the tablets or the medicine for the symptoms of cancer or asthma, but you are removing the root cause, which is the psychological factor which has been causing this, which has been leading to this kind of a disease. So that provides the relief in the symptoms of these diseases. And I've been dealing with people who were having asthma, and initially they used to panic a lot. But with this practice, they have stopped using inhalers. Now they don't feel panic. They just know how to manage themselves in any kind of a situation which occurs. It can be psychologically affecting them, but now today they have learned not to be affected with that kind of a situation. And one technique, which was visualization, it brings out the creative visualization in you, because you are training your mind. And if this kind of a practice is being used for kids also to enhance their creative ability, you escape the endless rambling of the monkey, because mind is, as you know, it is having 60,000 thoughts in a day. So when you stop that, the creative capacity of the mind, it comes up. So this is being used a lot in the children today. Then Yog Nidra provides therapeutic relief in various problems like insomnia. Yog Nidra, actually you're not supposed to sleep, but when you practice this Yog Nidra on a daily basis, you are able to sleep. You are able to have a sound sleep. The moment you go to bed, you will have a sound sleep, because your mind knows how to relax. You know physically how to relax, and you will go into a deep sleep. Anxiety, migraine, chronic fatigue, all these problems will come down to a greater extent, because now you don't have to pop in pills for sleeping or for pain or any kind of sedative drugs for your mind to be relaxed, because you have trained your mind to be relaxed. The moment you want it to be relaxed, it will be relaxed. And as the concentration and visualization power increases with the increasing practice of Yog Nidra, you have a better memory. So again, this has been used by many educators in the education field, with the children, with the students, to increase their memory function. And Dr. Anjum has already given you an example of Swami Satyanand, who actually experienced this by just hearing. He was able to recall those mantras because he was just hearing them. He was not consciously learning them, but just by hearing, he was able to recall when he heard them again. So you can understand to what level it increases your memory function and your learning capacity. Because here you are using both the hemisphere of the brain, the logical, which is the conscious left, and the non-logical, which is the subconscious right brain. Both the hemisphere are being used together. That is how it increases your memory and the learning capacity. So it's a very beautiful technique. And again, the basic factors of stress and panic and fluctuation of blood pressure, if you are able to manage that, you get a greater relief or prevention from these cardiovascular diseases, which have again become very common in today's society. Every other person is facing heart attack or high cholesterol problem, blockage of arteries. So Yog Nidra has emerged as an effective and very preventive way of curing yourself from these heart diseases, because you are not letting that stress or hormone, which is called cortisol, to be released by your brain and to be stored in the body. So which is going to help you in all the types of cardiovascular problems. You're either not going to face them, or if you have, you're going to get a major relief in them. So these were all the practical benefits which you will also start experiencing when you increase your practice of Yog Nidra. So let us start the practice. And I would just like to, first of all, lay down certain points. For that, you have to lie down on the floor on a yoga mat, or if it is cold in your area, wherever you are, use a blanket. You can also use any additional support. If you're already facing some knee issues, you can put some pillows or cushions under your knees or under your head. If you have some neck issues, you can also cover your body if you feel cold, because usually during Yog Nidra practice, the body temperature drops down. You can even cover your eyes if it is not a dark room, or if there's natural light coming in, you can cover your eyes with a cloth just to help you transit into the sacred space. And you have to be aware all the time. And you have to lie down in Shavasana, keeping your body straight from head to toes, and arms and legs are equidistant from the body, so that you don't experience any touch sensation also. Initially, you can keep your palms turned upwards. And after some time, if you feel, you can turn your palms downwards if you are uncomfortable in that. So when you have made these adjustments, you have to stay still for the entire session without even lifting a finger. A total stillness is a must for Yog Nidra. You have to remain awake as well as relaxed and keep listening and feeling for the whole session. You just have to ask your mind to chase every sound in the environment. Keep your hearing senses alert. And you will breathe throughout deeply. I hope everyone has taken the position, and we have to be ready for Yog Nidra now. You have to lie down on your back on the floor in the Shavasana. Keep your legs slightly apart and your arms at a short distance away from the body. Your palms are facing up, and if any time in between you want, you can turn your palms down. You adjust everything last minute now, because after this, you're not going to move. You're going to lie still. If you want to change your body position, you can change now. Clothes, you want to adjust, please do it right now. And after this, allow yourself to remain absolutely still for the entire duration of the session. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, feel all the cares and worries leave your body with the exhalation. Mentally repeat, you are practicing Yog Nidra. At this point, become aware of your whole body. You are lying on your mat and your body is still. You do not try to concentrate. You make no effort to control the mind. At this point, you make a sankalpa, your determined resolution, your deepest intention for practicing Yog Nidra. State your sankalpa as a short positive statement 3 times silently. Now we begin rotating the awareness through the various body parts. Allow the awareness to move quickly from body part to body part. You are not going to visualize the body part, just be aware. We begin with the right side of the body. Become aware of your right thumb and mentally say right hand thumb. No movement, no concentration. Do not try to analyze anything, just keep listening to me. Right hand thumb. Second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, right side hip, thigh, right knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, top of the foot, sole of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Now bring your awareness to the left. Left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, the palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, left side hip, thigh, left knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, top of the foot, sole of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Now let's go to the back of the body, back of the head, back of the neck, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, right buttock, left buttock, right heel, left heel. Now bring your awareness to the crown or top of the head, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the center of brows, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, the nose, tip of the nose, upper lip, lower lip, right cheek, left cheek, the chin, the throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest muscle, left chest muscle, the sternum, the abdomen, the navel, now we move to the major body parts. The whole right leg, the whole left leg, both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, both arms together, the whole of the back, buttocks, spine, shoulder, shoulder blades, the whole of the front, abdomen, chest, the whole of the front and the back of the body together. Visualize your whole body, the whole body together. Please refrain from sleeping. Remain alert. Be aware of your body, your whole body lying on the mat in Shavasana. See a mental image of yourself lying on the floor in the room. Do not sleep. Keep my voice as a rope. Catch hold of this rope and keep on flowing. Now you bring your awareness to the spontaneous rhythms of your breath. Watch the breath flowing in and out. The belly rises up gently with each incoming breath. It goes down gently with each outgoing breath. Be aware of the spontaneous rhythm of your breath. Do not control, even if it is not happening. Do not make any effort. Just watch your breath. You bring your awareness to your navel. With inhale, you're filling your entire body with the air all the way to the navel. With exhale, you release and let go. Watch the breath flowing in a straight line from the nostrils to the navel. And watch the breath flowing out in a straight line from the navel back to the nostrils. Allow each breath to flow spontaneously. One breath may be deep and long. Another may be short and shallow. Just continue watching the wave-like motion of your breath, the wave-like motion of the breath flowing from the nostrils to the navel with inhalation and from the navel back to the nostrils with exhalation. Focus on your breath. Focus on the wave-like movement of your breath. Keep your focus on your breath. Now from your breath, slowly bring your focus to the warm, dark space in front of your closed eyes. There is a dark space in front of your closed eyes. Become aware of that. You will listen to the various scenes and objects I will now describe. Try to visualize it quickly. Do not analyze. Do not think. Just silence your mind and picture a burning candle, an endless desert, Egyptian pyramids, torrential rain, snow-capped mountains, Greek temples at sunrise, corpse burning on a funeral pyre, birds flying across the sunset, red clouds drifting across the horizon, stars at night, the brilliant full moon, the smiling face of the Buddha, Christ showing compassion, waves breaking on the beach. Feel the refreshing sea breeze caressing your face, rolling ocean waves rolling on. The ocean waves rolling on on a coast of the surface of the sea. Ocean waves rolling on on. An infinite and eternal ocean beneath a dark and cloudy night. An infinite and eternal ocean beneath a dark and cloudy night. We will now observe 2 minutes of total silence. Continue remaining perfectly silent and still as you enjoy this rare state of absolute physical relaxation. 2 minutes of silence begins. Now again, recall your sankalpa using the same exact wording as earlier. Silently repeat your sankalpa 3 times with firm faith and conviction. Now bring your awareness back to your physical body lying in Shavasana. Mentally see your body lying on the floor in the room. With the closed eyes, mentally see the 4 walls, the ceiling, and the floor. Listen to any sounds in the environment. And when you are ready, very slowly and gently start to move your body. Start with your fingers, wiggle your toes. You can slowly move your neck side to side. Then you can take your hands backwards towards your head and give a nice stretch to your body. And then you open your eyes, turn to one side, and slowly sit up. The practice of Yog Nidra is complete. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, everyone. Today was a very short Yog Nidra to initially give you a feeling of how it goes. And we did not deliberately talk about the opposites and the various emotional feelings because initially it can be disturbing for few people if they are already dealing with some issues. So after we hear today's experiences from you, then we can accordingly have a session in the tomorrow's class. We'll have a longer session with different kind of emotional and feelings. So anybody would like to share? Over to Dr. Anjum ma'am.
Thank you so much, Neetu. It was so relaxing. I would like to go first to Alex because she is having a very hard days, very busy days. Yes, Alex.
Yeah, too much has been going on lately.
Yeah, I know.
Really,
Alex is doing YTTC 500 hours with us from Ashta Yoga Life. And she's working, she's mom, so she's just coping up and enhancing her education. So have you felt little relaxed?
I think again something caught her up.
Yeah.
So,
she's having 2
I have 2 kids, toddler in the baby. So anyway.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Yes, I have some network issues.
Okay.
For me, it was very relaxing. I have practiced this 2 more times in the past. Different vibes. It was very relaxing. I was following the voice. I was feeling a little cold. I had a blanket as well, as you can see. I wear my winter clothes. So for tomorrow, I will be certain I have more warm clothes around me.
Right.
I follow it. I felt very nice.
Thank you.
I felt like I slept sometime. I didn't sleep, but I feel like I just woke up.
Wow. That is the feeling exactly where you are feeling that you were not slept, but you are relaxed and you are feeling little energetic. Sorry, Devendra Mishra ji, I have just read your message. मुख्य बातें हिंदी भाषा में भी हो तो अच्छा रहेगा. Actually, people are joining from different countries and they cannot understand a word of Hindi. That's why we have to be in English only. Way disconnected sometime. Kinjal is writing. Okay. And Priyanka is saying, thank you, ma'am. It's very relaxing. I can see Raina and Deksha, Madhu. Anybody who would like to share, Dharamveer ji? He's attending the class since beginning. Anybody who would like to share the experience or any question they would like to ask? And definitely we know you will be well prepared tomorrow to attend the practical sessions. Yes, go ahead. Deksha.
It was very relaxing, and in the end, I think for a couple of seconds, I did, knocked off.
Oh, wow.
Then suddenly got up, but it was very relaxing. I really enjoyed it. I'm new to yoga, but I'm learning and I'm trying to do it, I'm learning from Neetu and trying to, catch on with the asanas and everything.
Wow,
So
that's great. That's so nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Lakshmi Kushwaha, would you like to say something? Anybody who would like to say and share their experiences or any question, please go ahead.
May I?
Yeah,
Thank you
sure.
so much, ma'am. It's a very relaxing session. Thank you only,
Okay,
both of you.
thank you. Yes, Deksha ji.
Yes. I got operated before 20 days, and I feel that now I was okay. But when I was relaxing at that time, I was having pain in my operated leg. I was having pain on my where the injections and everything was applying IV. So the small things, the small feelings, I can feel everything. Each and every veins, each and every very minutely, I can feel everything. I can feel my heel, and the pain was there in my heel, and everything was clear. I can see everything. What is going on with my body, and I was watching my body standing nearby and observing everything. That's great.
Wow, that's, that's a little upper level of feeling what you have gone through, because right now you are in the post-traumatic physical stress.
Yes.
And the healing process is going on. That's why you have felt like that. And gradually the pain will be healed. Neetu, आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? Please go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, did you feel the pain has gone? It has reduced? Do you feel that?
Pain was gone, but what happened when I was able to I am trying to focus on your voice, but it happens that my back was not comfortable, so I have to bend my both the legs, and then I was comfortable, and then I continue all the instructions.
Yeah, so kind of a pain which was subsiding in the body, it has come on to an upper level, and
Yes.
again it has been removed from the body. So you will definitely, today when you're sleeping, you will feel definitely less of pain. That's
Okay.
what the beauty of Yog Nidra is.
Yes.
Because you could experience that, you could bring it to the upper level. And like I said, you bring it to the top level, then you remove it from there. That's what the mind does for you.
Yes.
Okay.
I will tell you tomorrow
Right.
what happens.
And definitely we'd like
Right.
to hear.
It's a long journey. Tejaswini has asked. It was scary watching me lying down. And just a minute. Chat is going up and down. Somebody was asking how long we have to practice it. Who was it? Tejaswini was asking, I just wanted to ask for how long we need to undergo this technique to see the results. Neetu. Pratiksha, आपका question अभी लेते हैं. We'll just take your question.
What kind of a result are you looking for? Who asked the
Tejaswini?
question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tejaswini? Yeah.
Are you
Go
able
ahead.
to hear me?
Yeah.
Means not exactly I'm looking for any kind of result, but as you have seen that it helps in increasing memory, or it helps in reducing stress and anxiety, or it helps in reducing insomnia. So how long we have to practice this particular Yoga Nidra so that we can feel that I'm going on the upper stage, or means right now I'm not facing any issue as such, but like I'm practicing yoga. I'm doing my MA yoga from Pune University. So would just want to grow in my yogic intervention and something. So I just wanted to ask about that.
Yeah. So Tejaswini, this initially should be taken as a daily practice.
Okay.
And slowly you will start seeing the results, depending, because you're already a yoga practitioner. So it is with you, it will happen faster, because you know how to relax your body, you know how to focus on the breath. So when you start doing this daily, you will see the results very fast, and then you can go deeper in this. You can always increase the timing. Today we did only for 30 minutes. You can make it 40 minutes, 45, 1 hour. But you should include some part of it in your daily practice. So maybe
Okay.
in 20 minutes, half an hour every day, you will very soon see the results.
And any particular time as such?
No, it can be done anytime, but it has to be a gap. There has to be a gap of 1.5 hours from the heavy meal.
Okay. Okay.
Light snacks, then around 30 to 40 minutes of gap, and then you
Also-
practice.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Also, Tejaswini, you have written, it was scary watching me lying down. So you were watching your body
Yes.
from outside?
Yes, as she had instructed me that you need to watch it mentally, that you are lying down. So it was a bit scary.
Right. But you were able to achieve that state because right now you just said you are not under any mental stress or anxiety or issues. That's why you are in the upper stage. And for the person who was just, communicating or discussing with us about the physical pain she is suffering for because of the injury she had previously. So that is the stair she is starting. You are above that stair. So there is no set staircase. We can count it down that there are the 100 staircase you need to go ahead and you can achieve. It's an individual journey. Anybody can feel and achieve individually. That's the different feeling all the
Right.
way.
Yes.
One
Yeah.
thing
Right.
I would like to mention, Tejaswini, like I also said, yes, you have to watch yourself lying down, but again, do not focus too much. Move to the next step. Why it became scary for you? Because you stood there. When you are watching yourself, you watch and just move ahead. Do
Okay.
not
Okay.
stay there. Do not focus on that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then you will not feel scary.
Means even like some of the visualizations, some are pleasing while some are a little bit scary. So it was like that only, means that should be like the feeling should be like that only, or means we are just observing all these feelings, right?
Right, absolutely. Everybody will have a different feeling associated with different symbols, because we don't know what is there inside your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind layers only form your today's behavior, your attitude, your characteristics, everything. How you react in a situation, it is coming from your subconscious mind. So we don't know what is lying there. So every symbol with everyone, it will have a different impact. And that with slow practice, slowly you will understand that what is giving you pain and what is not giving you pain, and your mind will only heal everything. There's nothing we are doing, nothing you are going to do. It will happen
Okay.
automatically.
Okay. And just what wanted to ask.
Automatically will happen.
Yeah, one more question is like there was 2 minute silence. Actually, I have undergone with a Yoga Nidra technique before, and I think at that time I was sleeping, and at the end of the session I again wake up. But now I couldn't sleep, and actually whatever you are giving instructions, I was just thinking on that particular instructions only. So is it good or is it bad? Means
Definitely you yourself answered. There is an improvement with practice. There is an improvement. Initially, the people who will start, they will go off to sleep. Because again, the mind is not trained to be aware. Other senses are not withdrawn. All the senses are not withdrawn. They have not achieved pratyahara fully, but you have already, to some extent. You are practicing yoga. You have practiced this technique also earlier. So with practice, your senses get withdrawn very easily. So you don't go to sleep.
Okay.
Start, you are mentally awake. So it's a good thing for you. That shows your progress.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Right. With us, we have, I don't know how to pronounce your name. It's Briss, or can you share your experience? Would you like to say something? Which part of the globe you are with us?
I'm in Belize.
Belize. Oh, wow.
Central. Well, really tired, so I was hearing your voice, but I kept coming in and out. I don't know if I was sleeping, but I wasn't like completely focused on what you were saying, but I could hear your voice the whole time. I've done Yoga Nidra before, so I kind of knew what to expect, but I feel really good right now. I feel really calm and relaxed, so it was good.
That's great. That's a good start. That's a good beginning. And to what we have designed for this workshop today, more focus was on the theory, so that you have the foundation of understanding the sciences. Tomorrow there will be the longer session for the Yog Nidra, and the third day there will be more longer duration for practicing the Yog Nidra. And I'm very glad you are, as just meeting us from Belize. There is a very huge school going on, Belize School of Yoga. They are working with Indian Embassy also, and the Michelle Shanti Williams. She has done YTTC 200 hours in 2013 from my institution, from Ashta Yoga.
Okay, I know Michelle. I know Michelle, and I received a scholarship to go study at SVYASA in Bangalore in 2018.
Wow. Oh, wow. She came to Delhi, and she has resided in my home, because there was no hotel available at that time when we were conducting the course. And that was a very great, and she's excelling like anything. And she's going to, she's doing, that yoga retreat, virtual yoga retreat in November.
Yeah, the yoga festival.
Yeah. So see you there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
That's great. Okay, Devendra Mishra ji.
May I ask one question, a few questions?
Yeah, sure.
Hello, my name is Dharamveer from Holland. I am 73 years of age. And would this yoga help to, namaste, would help to revive your memory in some way? When I was very relaxed, but 3 times I had to hold a very deep breath. Automatically, it came like that. I don't know why that happens. There is any reason why it happens? Because when I was relaxing and listening to the voice, I happened to have to hold a very deep breath, like my breath was getting short.
Yeah, sometimes people go under hyperventilation because they are somewhere in our subconscious mind. Yog Nidra meditation is we correlate with breath work. And subconsciously, our organs, our neurons go ahead to focus on the breath. That is the time when we go under the hyperventilation. That's not an issue, but as you practice, it will improve. Secondly, as you have mentioned your age, maybe for the next 23 hours to 24 hours, whole day, try to settle down your breath, because maybe it is happening that you are taking less of the oxygen and your exhalation is quite less. Tomorrow we are going to study about the breath work, how it works. So maybe the shortness of your breath is increasing the carbon dioxide within your cells. That's why you wanted to gasp the air. You wanted to breathe more.
So it
Secondly,
happens
yeah,
unconsciously, it happens, not consciously.
right.
Because
Right.
I never have problem with breathing. I can
Breathing.
hold my breath for one minute or so if I want to.
Right. Yeah. So try to exhale more, because when we go for the breath awareness, people generally take a deep inhalation, but they do the shallow exhalation. That increases the carbon dioxide within the cells. So when we have started focusing on our cells, so cells which were deprived from oxygen, they started, asking for more oxygen with the deep inhalation. Your second question was, although it was the first question, it will help you to increase the memory? Yes, dementia and Alzheimer. There are so many researches in reputed journals. They have already published that Yog Nidra and working on your brain conscious level and subconscious level are going to activate your neurons, and which is going to help not only to the memory, but not only to the sharpen your memory, but also, increase the activity, mental activity. Generally, after a certain age, we start deteriorating. We are not doing any mathematical application or not involving ourselves. That's why in yesterday's lecture in my yoga course, I was telling that after 50 years, everyone should start learning either a new language, do some mathematical application, learn new instrument, do some different kind of a hobby where you have to concentrate and push your neurons to learn that activity, like we did in our youth.
I am every day active, to tell you the truth.
Right.
I read a lot. I try to learn Sanskrit, to learn to read Sanskrit.
Wow.
I do teaching in school until now. I learn children how to do technical things. And I am very active.
That's the way to live. That's the way to live. People think after retirement, there is no life. I always say after retirement, you can do whatever you want. No foundation.
I also do yoga asana.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are an inspiration for all of us who are attending the course. And definitely when we are going to share these videos with more people, they are going to be, you will be the idol for all of us. Thank you so
very
much
much.
for joining us.
And
thank you.
During Yog Nidra, a lot of more neuron connections will happen because we are focusing, we are visualizing. So more of neuron connections happen. That is how your memory will increase. Your mental functions will increase.
Thank you.
Add on.
Right. A question, I want a question from Devendra Mishra ji.
Yes, ma'am.
Namaskar.
Namaste for all. This session is much benefit for us. Madam, I can understand this session medium English, but can't express English language. So I want to get allow to speak my own language, Hindi.
जी बिल्कुल
जी,
बिल्कुल, definitely you can speak, you can express, you can ask your questions in Hindi, but we will explain in English to the other people who cannot understand the Hindi. कोई बात नहीं, आप हमसे हिंदी में बात करिए, आपका क्वेश्चन भी होगा तो हम एक्सप्लेन कर देंगे जी।
मैम मेरे लिए ये सेशन बहुत ही बेनिफिट है। मैं ये फेशियल पाल्सी से मैं ग्रसित हूँ, तो मुझे मेरे गुरुजी मुझे बोले कि ये अटेंड करो और इससे तुम्हें बहुत लाभ मिलेगा। तो मैंने आप जो बताए मैंने किया, लेकिन मुझे ये दवा खाने से मुझे लाभ नहीं होता है। तो कोई ऐसा मुझे योग बताएं आप, जिससे कि मैं लाभान्वित हूँ। उसके लिए मैं श्रम दान, समय दान करूँगा, मतलब उसमें समय दूँगा। तो मैं ऑनलाइन जितने भी कक्षाएँ होती है योग संबंधित मैं अटेंड करता हूँ, और विशेष रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ ऑर्गेनाइजर से, संयोजक महोदय से कि कृपया हमको मतलब चांस दिया जाए। और लेकिन मैं ऑफलाइन मतलब नहीं किया हूँ, मतलब मैं चाहता हूँ कि ऑफलाइन हो तो वहाँ जाऊँ मैं, लेकिन ऑनलाइन ही मैं करता हूँ। मैं लगभग 2016 से मैं सफरिंग कर रहा हूँ, तो कृपया कुछ उपाय बताएं। धन्यवाद।
आपने अभी तक क्या प्रैक्टिस किया है इसको रिवाइव करने के लिए, ठीक करने के लिए? व्हाट टाइप ऑफ प्रैक्टिस?
मैम जैसे मैंने ऐसे किया है, ये मैंने हवा भरी है, और फिर वो बैलून होता है, बैलून को मैंने हवा भरी है अपने मुंह से। और ये जो बोतल है, बोतल प्लास्टिक के लोग बताया मुझे लोगों ने, तो मैं वो करता हूँ। और कुछ जो हार्ड फूड है, जैसे मक्का है, चना है इत्यादि, मैं शाम में उसका सेवन करता हूँ। और अपने दांतों का, मुंह का, और एक बार JNU से एक सर बोधन कर रहे थे, उद्बोधन, तो उन्होंने बताया कि आप अ, उ, ई इत्यादि का उच्चारण कीजिए। तो मैं इतना करता हूँ, मेरे दैनिक जीवन में ये है
जी।
आप योग करते हैं? वैसे योग
नीतू
करते
गो
हैं?
अहेड जी।
नहीं, मैं तो यही पूछना चाह रही थी कि वैसे आप योग करते हैं, पूरे शरीर के लिए योग करते हैं?
नहीं मैम, पूरे शरीर के लिए नहीं करते हैं। ये थोड़ा सा मैं नीचे अपने 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 हाथ को ये पृथ्वी में, अर्थ में मैं टच करता हूँ पूरा स्ट्रेट होकर के।
नहीं,
और
हाँ, जैसे आपके फेस पे ही प्रॉब्लम है ना ये, इट इज नॉट ऑन योर।
जी मैम, फेस पर ही केवल है, ये आंख बंद
हाँ,
नहीं
तो
होता है,
आप अगर
और
किसी के साथ,
हियरिंग लॉस है।
हाँ, लेकिन अगर आप किसी के साथ जुड़कर योग का अभ्यास करें, केवल फेस का नहीं, पूरे शरीर के लिए, देखिए सारा कनेक्टेड है, ऊपर से नीचे तक, अंदर सारी वेन्स, शरीर के सारे अंग, सब कुछ कनेक्टेड है, एवरीथिंग इज कनेक्टेड, all the veins, all the points from top to bottom. So you should practice yoga for the whole body, which will slowly help you. तो इससे धीरे धीरे आपके चेहरे को भी लाभ होगा। अकेला चेहरे के करने, बिकॉज आपको नहीं पता ब्लॉकेज कहाँ पर शरीर में, कौन से पॉइंट पर है, हो सकता है स्पाइन में कहीं ब्लॉकेज हो जो आपको ये कॉज कर रही है।
सॉरी फॉर इंटरप्शन मैम, ये मैंने MRI कराया था और CT स्कैन, तो 7th and 8th नर्व पाल्सी ऐसा रिपोर्ट आया है।
हाँ, तो देखिए वो तो एक ही लेवल पर देख पाते हैं ना, जो स्कैन्स होते हैं वो एक ही लेवल पर देख पाते हैं, पर मैं डीप अंदर की बात कर रही हूँ। तो आपको पूरे शरीर, किसी के साथ जुड़ के पूरे शरीर का योग अभ्यास करना चाहिए, फुल जो होता है ना योग अभ्यास, 1 घंटे का सेशन, ऐसे किसी के साथ जुड़ के पूरा वो अभ्यास करें, आपको जरूर लाभ होगा।
जी,
You will
बहुत
definitely
धन्यवाद।
benefit. Do the entire yoga session. Don't just think about face. Do the entire yoga session. It will help.
अगर हम प्रॉब्लम पे ज्यादा फोकस करेंगे तो प्रॉब्लम हमेशा बड़ी रहेगी, सॉल्यूशन नहीं मिलेगा। आप अपने पूरे शरीर पर फोकस करिए, मेंटल हेल्थ पर फोकस करिए, एंड बी पॉजिटिव कि ये ठीक होगा, मुझे ठीक करना है, एंड यू विल बी एबल टू डू इट। तो मेंटली भी आपको सोचना है जब आप योगा करेंगे उस समय।
तो समाज के लोग मतलब क्या कहते हैं, हेट घृणा की दृष्टि से भी देखते हैं कि ये ऐसे हैं वैसे हैं, तो थोड़ा सा समाज से भी मैं क्या उपेक्षित हो जाता हूँ।
समाज से भी मैं बहुत गुस्सा रहती हूँ क्योंकि हमारे समाज ही है जो, जिसकी वजह से लोग डिप्रेशन में जाते हैं, लोग स्ट्रेस में रहते हैं, लोगों को अपने आप को प्रूव करना पड़ता है, कभी बॉडी शैमिंग होती है। समाज से तो हम सब परेशान हैं और समाज हम ही लोग बनाते हैं। तो अब हम सबसे तो नहीं लड़ सकते, लेकिन हम सब किससे लड़ सकते हैं? हम अपने से लड़ सकते हैं। तो हमें अपनी सोच को स्ट्रांग रखना है। कोई भी आपको घृणा की दृष्टि से देखे, किसी भी दृष्टि से देखिए, आप भगवान का रूप है, आप ब्रह्म हैं, और भगवान ने हमें चाहे जैसा भी बना दिया, हमारे साथ कुछ घट गया या हम पैदाइशी अगर इस तरीके से हैं, हमें उस चीज को अपने ऊपर हावी नहीं होने देना है, बल्कि हमें उसी को अपनी शक्ति बनाना है। कितने ही लोगों के साथ कितना खराब हुआ, किसी की टांगे कट गई। कल मैं अपनी योग क्लास में अरुणिमा सिंह का उदाहरण दे रही थी, जिसको लड़कों ने चेन खींचते हुए, बिकॉज शी वॉज अ स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन, शी वॉज फाइटिंग, और उसको चलती ट्रेन से धक्का दे दिया था, उसकी दोनों टांगे कट गई। एंड शी वॉज द स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन, और उसने हॉस्पिटल में अपनी माँ को बोला कि अब मैं माउंट एवरेस्ट चढ़ूंगी, और वो चढ़ी। तो अपनी कोई भी कमी, चाहे वो हमारी पैदाइशी है या हमारे साथ कुछ ऐसा घटित हो गया है, उसको अपनी ताकत बनाइए। अगर मुझे प्रेगनेंसी में पैरालिसिस नहीं हुआ होता तो मेरी ये लंबी जर्नी इतनी फ्रूटफुल ना होती। शायद मैं भी बहुत कंफर्ट जोन में, क्योंकि मेरे को समझ में आया जीवन क्या है, समझ में आया कि नहीं, फिजिकल हेल्थ की हमेशा बात की, मेंटल हेल्थ कितनी जरूरी है। तो आप मेंटली स्ट्रांग होइए, और कहीं ना कहीं योग से जुड़कर, कहीं ना कहीं अपने न्यूरॉन पे जब आप काम करते हैं, मेडिटेशन टाइप में जब हम चले जाते हैं मेडिटेटिव स्टेट में, तो हम करेजियस बनते हैं। आप मेरे YouTube चैनल पर जाइएगा, वहां पर योगा फॉर हेल्थ एंड हैप्पीनेस, सक्सेस, डिप्रेशन, बहुत सारे मेरे लेक्चर्स पड़े हुए हैं जो मैंने पिछले 2 सालों में यूनिवर्सिटीज को दिए हैं थ्रू वेबिनार, बिकॉज बहुत सारी डेथ हो रही थी, कहीं पर सुसाइड हुआ, कहीं कुछ हुआ। मेंटली हमें अगर स्ट्रांग बनना है तो वहां पर बहुत सारे आसनास हैं जो हमें मेंटली स्ट्रांग बनाते हैं, जिसमें से एक आसना मैं हमेशा सबको नुस्खे के तौर पर देती हूँ, वॉरियर पोज, वीरभद्र आसना। वीरभद्र आसना 30 मिनट्स के लिए रिपीटेडली करना शुरू करिए। अगर पूरा सूर्य नमस्कार नहीं होता, कुछ नहीं होता, वीरभद्र आसना को आप शुरू कीजिए। चेस्ट ओपनिंग आसना है, ऑक्सीजन लेवल बढ़ता है, और जैसे जैसे ऑक्सीजन लेवल हमारी बॉडी में ज्यादा होगा, हमारा इम्यून सिस्टम स्ट्रांग होगा, हमारे सेल्स स्ट्रांग होंगे, जो हमें फियरलेस बनाएंगे। किसी से डरने की जरूरत नहीं है, यू आर व्हाट यू आर, गो अहेड। And you have a very beautiful face, देवेंद्र जी, हम आपको देख पा रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छा फेस है, ठीक है। लोगों की अपने पैरामीटर्स होते हैं सुंदरता के, लेकिन सुंदरता मन से होती है, कर्मों से होती है। ये बहुत उथली परिभाषाएं हैं सुंदरता की हमारे साथ। तो आप बहुत एक ज्ञानी विद्वान लोग हैं, लोगों को नहीं समझा सकते, वो अज्ञानी है। इसके लिए मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ, हे प्रभु इन्हें माफ करना, ये नहीं जानते ये क्या कर रहे हैं। तो उनको छोड़िए, हमें क्या करना है वो हम जानते हैं। सो आप आगे बढ़िए, और इन चीजों को आप अपने दिल से बिल्कुल ना लगाएं। आप प्रैक्टिस कीजिए किसी के साथ जुड़कर। आप रोज 40 से 60 मिनट अगर किसी योग टीचर के साथ जुड़कर योग करेंगे, तो आप देखिएगा 40 डेज के अंदर आपके बहुत सारी भ्रांतियां, बहुत सारा जो आपके एनवायरनमेंट ने बना दिया है आपके सबकॉन्शियस माइंड को नेगेटिव, वो सब धीरे धीरे धुल जाएगा। यही तो योग की शक्ति है।
कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, मेरी ऑनलाइन योगा क्लासेस भी चलती हैं ग्रुप में भी, यू कैन गेट इन टच विद मी। मतलब आप,
मेरे साथ समस्या है कि मैं आर्थिक और मैं ग्रामीण इलाका होता हूँ। मुझे डॉक्टर एक विवेक ऋषि हैं, तो न्यूरो हैं, तो उन्होंने बोला कि तुम योग ही करो, तुम्हारे लिए योग ही अच्छा है, और न्यूरो के चक्कर में तुम नहीं रहो। तो मैं थोड़ा, मेरी परेशानी है, मैंने आपके संजोग महोदय से बताया था,
कोई बात,
तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि ये अटेंड करूँ
हेल्प
और
करेंगे,
मतलब मुझे बेनिफिट।
आपको कॉल करके आई विल हेल्प यू, डोंट वरी।
आप नीतू चैट पे अपना नंबर लिख दीजिए, देवेंद्र जी को योगेश भी प्रोवाइड करा देंगे। ऐसी कभी भी समस्या स्थिति होती है किसी की, तो हम लोग जो है उनको आउट ऑफ द वे जाकर भी हेल्प करते हैं। आप उसकी चिंता ना करें, आर्थिक दृष्टि को बिल्कुल ना देखें। आप कौन से एरिया में है, कौन से पार्ट से जुड़े हैं हमारे साथ?
मैम ये जम्मू कश्मीर से जुड़े हैं।
ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। आपको मैं एक और बहुत आप क्लासेस अटेंड करिए नीतू जी के साथ, प्लस आपको एक बहुत योगी जो बिल्कुल आयुर्वेदा में है, मैं उनका भी कॉन्टेक्ट नंबर दूंगी, बिकॉज हम लोग जो रिसर्चर हैं और जो इस फील्ड में काम कर रहे हैं, हमारे लिए हर केस जो है वो एक रिसर्च होती है कि हम कितनी साइंस की हद तक जाकर आप लोगों को ठीक कर सकते हैं, आप लोगों को हेल्प कर सकते हैं। और हम भी देखना चाहते हैं कि साइंस में क्या शक्ति है और साइंस कहाँ फेल होती है। तो आप बिल्कुल चिंता ना करें, आप नीतू जी के संपर्क में रहिएगा, योगेश जी के संपर्क में रहिएगा, वी विल हेल्प यू।
जी, थैंक यू मैम,
थैंक यू। एनी मोर क्वेश्चन?
Yes, does the recording will be sent to us so that we can reuse it?
Yes, yes. This is done because of you all, so that we can send you all the PPTs and all the recordings will be with you so that you all can repeat it.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome. That's all
Ma'am,
for
I
today.
have asked one question
Yes,
regarding the
Prateek.
Sankalpa. So can you explain when you said that we need to concentrate on the Sankalpa part? So what we need to do exactly at that part?
Okay. Sankalpa is any short affirmation. If there is a goal in life you are looking at, if you want to achieve something in life, and here we don't talk about materialistic achievement, I want a car or I want a house. Here we talk about spiritual upliftment, mental relaxation, spiritual upliftment. So it can be related to health. You can say, I want total health. I want spiritual awakening, or I want Kundalini to be awoken. So these kind of statements, if you are looking at, you can say that short statement, or you can even say, I want to practice yoga daily. I want to practice health and fitness daily. So any kind of a goal which you have, which is away from the materialistic, or you can say, I want to be stress free all the time. Any kind of goal or resolve or a positive affirmation you can say during Sankalpa, which you are looking at to achieve, or which is your purpose to do Yog Nidra. You can say that 3 times in the beginning and 3 times in the end. You don't have to focus on it. You just have to mentally say that 3 times. Or if there is any situation painful, like I think the student, she was having pain. So she can simply say, I want relief from the pain. I am relieved of the pain. So those kind of statements you can make during Yog Nidra practice. So, and that you will achieve that. You will definitely achieve that.
So ma'am, basically this is a step forward to like being thoughtless. Like in the next phases, we'll be focusing more on the thoughtlessness. Like we don't need to focus on anything, no thoughts and nothing like that. It's just a step, or
no,
yeah, that's Sankalpa only.
No, Sankalpa is the order to the subconscious mind that this is what you want. This is what you achieve. See, right now your mind is thoughtless. You've already made it thoughtless because you have withdrawn all the senses. It is thoughtless. It has become thoughtless. Now, provided you achieve that level. And then you say, you give an order to the mind that this is what you want to achieve. So that statement deeply penetrates into the mind. It's kind of a seed you have sown at that point at it will slowly start to flourish. So
that will be a guided process.
Yeah.
So we'll be emptying it and then we'll be filling
and you are emptying it totally, and then you are putting a seed which you want to plant. What kind of a plant you want, you are putting that seed. And
what is the what is the last stage for this guided meditation? Like where is that point that we'll be getting it?
You are first going into dharana, dhyan. First you're concentrating, you're teaching your mind to concentrate. Then you are putting your mind into focusing, dhyan, focusing at one point, total focus, and then equanimity, which is total relaxation, which is samadhi. I'm not talking about physical samadhi, ki aap lean ho gaya, body chhod di. No, we are talking about the mind, the equal state of mind, where mind is at one state all the time. at one level at all the time, in all kind of situations.
Okay.
That is the ultimate goal of Yog Nidra.
So like ma'am, as you said that it will be deeper and deeper, like day by day. So today we had practice for around, I think 20 or 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And then later on we'll be focusing more like for 45 minutes to 1 hour.
Because it's a workshop, we are increasing from 30 to 45, then to 50 to 60 minutes, but you can slowly increase your time. You need not jump from 25 to 45 minutes, because you have to first analyze your 25 minutes of practice, how much you were able to withdraw your senses. Initially,
Ma'am, that will be like depend on person to person also. Like if we'll be
yes.
taking the sessions and like few people don't feel to like sit or like to lie down for more than 10 minutes also.
Yes.
That will be totally depend on the people to people also.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
It will depend from person to person.
Pratiksha,
So that's what I'm saying. How much you achieve today, you will keep on adding to your practice every day yourself.
it is not quantity, it is a quality. So
Yeah.
the people can feel within 20 to 25 minutes, doesn't matter if they can perform for 45 minutes or not. That's why it's a power nap we call. I know. And gradually you will be you will be able to very fast detach yourself from the surroundings and go ahead wherever you want. You can, आप पूरे अर्थ का चक्कर लगा कर रह सकते हो अपने consciousness में और subconsciousness में. You will be so well. Like for us, we are practicing for years and years. It takes only I would say 2 to 5 minutes to detach from all the surroundings, and I can go anywhere and come back. So that will happen as per practice. Like physically, when we practice in a group, if we start doing exercises, everybody's exhaustion will be according to the fitness level. Same with the mental health. What people are suffering from, where they are standing in their life, what they are struggling or they are not struggling, what they want to achieve, the experience is going to be different for everyone.
So
Yes,
basically,
I would like to share my experience. I've been practicing Yog Nidra for long now. What happens is not materialistic, but is something emotionally I feel I want. I just say that in Yog Nidra, and you won't believe the circumstances. Next day only they happen like that. That I feel that way. I achieve that way. So it's a beautiful journey.
like basically this is the process through which we can slow down the speed of our mind, like for the thought process. Basically,
Yes,
that is the
that is one
point.
step, but that is a very basic step.
Because I was thinking that it's a process where we have no thoughts. Actually, I was thinking about that.
It will come. No thoughts in the end. It will come.
Okay. So that will be the final stage.
Yeah, that will be very,
But
that
again,
you can practice.
Again, you don't have to worry of the thoughts coming and going.
Okay.
They will come, they will go. They will come, they will go.
Simply, you'll be watching all
Yes.
over your thoughts.
Yes. They will
and
not
still you'll
stop
be
bothering
balancing
you.
yourself.
That's the main thing. They will stop bothering you. You will not flow with thought.
You missed what Neetu ma'am said during her slides. She said 60,000 thoughts are coming and going. So they will reduce down gradually. And what I taught, 80% are negative. So negative thought will be reduced down, and the positive seeding, what we are telling you to do it, the positive thought will be increased. So the thought process will slower down. That will be more positive, and negative sides will be, tackled slowly and gradually through physical and mental attributions.
So one more question, ma'am. So like while practicing this, as you said that negative thoughts will be lesser and lesser after each and every practices which you'll do. Is there any connection with the intuition thing also? Like if we'll be practicing it more frequently, then there will be like our intuitive mind become alert. And
I think
like
you were not
guiding
attending the theory class. You were attending.
I was there, but in between I lost the connection.
That's the thing. You have missed all the important information.
Yeah, in between I lost the connection only. So
No
that's
issues.
why
We are sending you the recordings. I talked
Not an
about the
issue.
sixth sense also, and I talked about the intuition also, because when gradually you control your mind, when the thoughts are, they have reduced down in numbers, and you
Okay.
are becoming conscious, each and every cell will become conscious that you can connect with the universe, and that will give the intuition. There are people who get intuition about something wrong is going to happen, something good is going to happen. You can see the person and you can judge they are not good. The connection of aura, and it's a energy journey. So you will you
Start forcing,
yeah,
absolutely.
you will start connecting with the energy.
Mm.
They
Okay.
are present here. We are surrounded by the
Okay.
energy, but we are not. Magnetic field is there, biomagnetic field is there, aura is there, energy, positive, negative, everything is here in on this earth, because we are
But we
connected.
are not connected to that.
But we are not connected.
Yeah.
Abhi to
Our
connection,
mind is not free,
the
no? Our
basic
mind,
connection is missing between your own body
Yeah.
and mind.
huh,
Correct.
your mind is not free all the time.
Yeah,
All your
it's
senses
juggling
are,
around. Yeah.
all your senses are out moving outwardly.
So
So mind
Pratiksha,
is not free to catch
right.
those thoughts which are flowing in the universe. So when you
Pratiksha,
make
can
it
you
free,
introduce yourself?
Okay, sure, ma'am. Just a second. Hello, everyone.
Too
My name
young.
is Pratiksha. And I'm a yoga instructor, so I'm very curious about all these things, because I have a lot of questions, and even when I practice with my clients, they used to ask me a lot of questions. So what they will ask, I have to be, 10 times more than that. I have to be curious more than that. I have to, ask each and every
Yeah,
question regarding that.
exactly. And you are from which part of globe you are connecting with us?
Mumbai.
Mumbai. And what's your educational qualification and what's your age? Because
Uh,
it seems you're too young.
I'm not that much young, but I'm 27 and I'm doing my master's from S. Vyasa, Bangalore.
Oh wow.
And I'm doing masters in yoga only. And
So
it's a very great journey. It's been almost 5 years and I've been practicing. I'm basically practiced the hatha yoga part. And yeah, I'll be guiding people with more of asanas and little part of meditation, and of course the breathing part is also there
no, you
always. So Yog Nidra was something that one of my client had introduced me,
okay.
and she said that you should try this, and I was like, I knew this thing, I have heard about this, but I never give it a try, because meditation is something which, the mind should be very still at that time. So I was not able, because we are into more of asanas. When anyone heard about yoga, so they'll be like, it's more about asanas.
Poses, yeah.
So we were also like that. But when I get to know about the meditation techniques and all, so many things are there in S. Vyasa's curricular. So many meditation part is there. But this Yoga Nidra is something different. I heard about, like with so many clients, they had always talked about this Yoga Nidra, Yoga Nidra, and I was so curious about that.
Right.
So that's how I. And
That's
still, I'm just learning that what is the basic difference between, the yogic nidra and the other meditation things. I just want to, understand the difference.
exactly.
That's what I'm
You
more curious.
you just said, I thought it is thoughtlessness, and that's the problem with people, that they understand meditation only to be
Correct.
thoughtless, and nobody can be thoughtless.
Yeah.
The mind is always full with thoughts. So that's the thing. Yog Nidra help us to with the command, that's why we call it a guided meditation, because it is somewhere keeps you focusing what the command is coming up. And that is the point where you become thoughtless, because you are not thinking about your worries. That's the
Correct.
beauty of Yog Nidra. So we have in this group 27 and 72. Wow. Thank you so much for trusting us
Thank you so
and
much, ma'am.
giving
This
your
session was so
precious
good.
time to all us. And universe is here. We are connected for some bigger purpose. We will be here throughout the life with each other, hand holding, helping, and let's make it more fruitful. So tomorrow we will meet again. I hope there is no more question. Thank you
Yeah,
so
we can-
much. And for India, good night. And all others, good day, because we are having a day here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.